Hey y'all, it's your girl Bianca DaNay Smalls here, dishing out the tea on the juiciest drama to hit the fashion scene since that time someone accidentally sent the models out with their underwear showing. So, grab your favorite snack and get cozy, because this story is about to turn your world upside down, like a pair of untied Manolo Blahnik stilettos on a catwalk. Now let me tell you about these divas. ShaRay and Chrystal are like the Batman and Robin of the fashion world, except instead of fighting crime, they're fighting for the title of the next big thing. They've got their fingers on the pulse of every trend, and their designs? Oh honey, they could make a paper bag look like haute couture. I'm their ride or die, the Robin to their Batman, the glue holding their glittery empires together. I'm their assistant, and let me tell you, it's a job that keeps me on my toes, and my closet full of clothes that most people can't even dream of. But then, like a moth to a flaming hot streetlight, Tosha Taylor reappears, strutting back into our lives with the confidence of a supermodel who's just realized she's the only one not wearing pants. This woman is the fashion equivalent of a plot twist nobody saw coming. She's got a vendetta, and she's dressed to kill, literally. You see, Tosha used to be part of the gang, back when we were all just trying to make it in the big city, with nothing but a sewing machine and a prayer. But a betrayal as cold as a New York winter's day sent her packing, and now she's back with a plan so twisted, it could give a pretzel a run for its money. The plot thickens when she starts dropping hints, leaving us little breadcrumbs that laid back to a time when we were all just starry-eyed dreamers. A time when friendship was more than just a pretty label sewn onto the inside of a garment. It turns out, ShaRay and Chrystal did something so dirty, so low down, it could make a snake blush. And Tosha, she's got the dirt, and she's ready to spill it all over the pages of their glossy magazines. This thrilling tale unfolds like a Versace gown, each layer revealing more scandal and deceit than the last. ShaRay and Chrystal are in a race against time to keep their secrets zipped up tighter than the back of a size 0 dress. And me? I'm just trying to keep up, making sure their coffee is hot and their alibis are hotter. But let's get real, this isn't just about fashion. It's about friendship, loyalty, and the lengths we'll go to protect what we've built. It's about the moments when you have to ask yourself, would I take a bullet for this bitch? And in the world of, don't come for me, that's a question that gets asked more often than, does this make my butt look big? So, sit back and enjoy the show, because in this cutthroat industry, it's not just about who you know, it's about who you don't let get too close with a pair of scissors. It all started way back when we were just a bunch of broke dreamers trying to make a name for ourselves in New York City. Picture it, the year was 2014. We were young, wild, and ambitious. ShaRay and Chrystal were practically joined at the hip, hustling from one fashion show to the next, chasing down every opportunity like a kid running after the ice cream truck. And me? I was the girl behind the scenes, making sure their dreams didn't unravel like a badly stitched hem. Back then, we were all about that hustle. We had dreams as big as ShaRay's curls, and believe me, those were huge. We met Tosha Taylor on a random Thursday at a tiny Soho coffee shop that was more attitude than atmosphere. She was standing at the counter, ordering something I couldn't even pronounce with an air of confidence that made you believe she could have been wearing a garbage bag and still looked runway ready. We hit it off immediately. There was something about her that vibed like she'd been around the block and still had enough gas in the tank to go a few more laps. She was a designer too, but she had a little edge that ShaRay and Chrystal didn't have. She wasn't just about making clothes, she was about making statements. It wasn't long before we were thick as thieves. The four of us were unstoppable, the newest darlings of the underground fashion scene. We pooled our resources, our ideas, and our late-night rants about how one day, our designs were going to be in magazines instead of just on Instagram feeds. Tosha was the one who came up with the idea for our first collaborative show. It was raw, bold, and daring, exactly what the fashion world needed. It was perfect, until it wasn't. See, everything was cool until the money came in. Success does something to people. It's like a mirror that shows who you really are. When ShaRay and Chrystal got that first taste of real fame, their loyalty started slipping like a model in 6-inch heels on a wet runway. They started cutting deals behind Tosha's back, using her designs, her contacts, and then they did something that would change everything. They took credit for Tosha's piece de resistance, a show-stopping gown that got the attention of a major designer. Tosha was furious. There was yelling, tears, and enough tension to snap a catwalk in two. The fallout was brutal. Tosha left, not just the fashion world but our lives too. She disappeared as if she'd never existed, like she'd been nothing more than a figment of our overworked imaginations. ShaRay and Chrystal tried to act like it was no big deal, like their betrayal was just another business decision. But I saw what it did to them, the way guilt hung over their heads like a dark cloud, always threatening to rain down. Fast forward to today and wouldn't you know it, Tosha's back and she's not playing nice. She's been making moves, stirring up drama, and dropping cryptic clues that drag up the past like old skeletons out of a walk-in closet. She's sending packages little gifts that are far from sweet, like a shattered mannequin, covered in red paint with a note that says, "Remember what you stole." Or a fabric swatch of the gown they took from her, the exact shade of crimson as the original. She's got a plan. And if I've learned one thing in this industry, it's that a woman scorned is deadlier than a pair of Jimmy Choos in a street fight. It wasn't long before the whispers started in the dressing rooms, behind the scenes at photo shoots, even at fancy fashion luncheons where everyone's too polite to admit they're gossiping. Tosha was back with a vengeance, and she had the receipts. She knew about the deals ShaRay and Chrystal made to bury her name, the fashion houses they convinced to blacklist her, an ugly truth that they'd sold out her career for their own.